This is for Boosie. I just filed a civil rights complaint on hip hop for throwing racist words in 2019. You lie and you conspiracy to lie when y'all called me racist names in Carrollton, Texas. Everybody that rode with MO3 called me out of my name. Slash Justice Department slash Boosie and slash God in America. You wrong, man. Let me tell you. God say you trying to get people to turn against me. And that's not right. With your lies. And we're gonna talk about something. Hold up. I wanna get on my other social media platform. I wanna talk to everybody before we because we don't depend on Instagram to get the job done. We don't depend on Instagram to get the job done. Hold up right there, give me 5 minutes. Hold up. What up guys? We back on our Boosie think because of the mayor did me wrong, I don't have no way out. When people in Carrollton were street tour over saying racist words and hip hop in Dallas, I want him to hear me. Because I was just in the community in Texas and this guy he looked me in my eye and I think it's a little intimidation, but let me and it talks about honesty when it's intimidation. I looked at it, I'm looking at it, but I feel like it was intimidation. And when I Google it, talks about when a person look you in another eye. This guy in Wale, he looked me in the eye, and I was talking to him. So with the dread, so I don't know how it was, but I think it's a little intimidating. I don't know how it is because people are not really talking as it seems. But um, you lied. What was said in Carrollton, Texas, when you and MO3 and y'all was lying to so busy to come up? You think because of the mayor in office, the mayor just one person, the city hall and them members, in a community adult that lied because of racism, they just one person. You think that's gonna stop God from delivering justice? You really think that's gonna stop God? And I want Boosie to hear me, cause he's laughing and him in Houston and Texas laughing. You really think that's gonna stop it? God said it ain't over with, Boosie. And I want him to know me. I want him to know something. It ain't over with, Boosie. God, Yellow Breeze, and all the rest of y'all in Houston and Dallas and Trap Boyfriend. God said it ain't over with. America ain't done fighting. And everybody that decided, Lil Flip decided to take your side. And Judge Kennedy, this is not over with. That American flag will not bend. Now I want state of Texas to hear me. Because I'm putting slash Justice Department slash racist words was being said in hip hop. You scared of you? You're dumb, retarded. I'm waiting for that McDonald's to cut the check. Let me tell you what the DA did after I made my complaint to the Justice Department and Attorney General. The DA know what they was doing, and they did it anyway. They know they was wrong. That McDonald's was wrong. They already know. So you know what I did? If I can get my justice, I thought. So I was mentioning the Attorney General and the Justice Department while the black woman was saying racist words in McDonald's with the black people. And that after I made my complaint with the Attorney General and the Justice Department, look what the DA did. Looked me straight in my face. This smile, but looked me straight in my face. Gave me eye contact and looked stupid. So let me tell Judge Kennedy and the DA something. You show no remorse in lying. I've asked Joe Biden to take your badge. I've asked Joe Biden to take the DEA badge. I want their job, and I want Judge Kennedy to come from her. She didn't show no remorse. God said, and I told Joe Biden and the civil rights why Judge Kennedy should be arrested. I explained to the Justice Department, Joe Biden, why Judge Kennedy and the DEA should be arrested. God say, I explained why. Judge Kennedy ain't dumb. When you could have stopped that, but you didn't. You carry out with that threat, with racism, with your blackmail. And God said this, what I'm about to do, what that American flag is about to do. And I told him, I want to see Judge Kennedy in handcuffs. I want to see the prosecutors in handcuffs. I want them to know how I feel when you're lying in your community and your mayor lying. I want them to know how I feel. I want you to know how I feel. You think Boosie laughing with Houston, right? They really think this fight is over with God said. You really think that American flag and God is done? He's laughing and smiling and giggling. Him and Kiki and the rest of them laughing. They think God is done. You know, I told him I was gonna have a session about American rappers. Google. So when you Google Lil Kiki and Google Boosie, when he stand for America, but lying America rapper. That's not honesty. Don't say you're an American and you putting God in that thing and you're not. You know, hip hop talking about accepting on BET. They accept us. But God said you want to accept disability, right? You're racist, right? You see, you talk about exception, but you can't give it. You dislike them. You know, I got this Social Security issue going on. And I told Joe Biden and the civil rights something because Doug Miller and the business of Texas, they ain't going to change. American businesses ain't going to change, but God said we're going to change with them. I'm not asking for nothing. God said you earned every bit of what you're asking from why Social Security did you wrong in the business. They don't want to change and they want to lie. Bam. I told the Texas Attorney General and the legislators around the world, you are unworthy of your title. You are unworthy of your title. God said, like a Muslim, God said, you're unworthy of it. All the legislators are unworthy of their title because I told Atlanta Social Security it was not going to get away. And the costs and the people turning and dear on the neglect. The same time that Boosie and them wanted to lie, I was calling the local government about Social Security. The same time that God told me to shut up and neglect and the call center told me to do that. You think this is over? You really think that? And Joe Biden was already watching, but the local government of Dallas was misbehaving themselves. The mayor was misbehaving themselves. City Hall members, you think hey, he probably watching the news right now, right? He watching the news when the mayor said move past this, right? They think the mayor, that's why Boosie laughing, right? Houston laughing, right? What Jay Prince said, that's why you laughing, right? God said it ain't over yet. It ain't over. I'm taking care of Walmart, and Walmart actually took my idea. But we gonna actually, I signed the contract, but I'm dealing with all of these problems. You know, Governor Abbott making me deal with you, man. I don't wanna, you really, these lies that's going on, and they already know. And I don't know why the mayor abused his power with the city hall. I want to tell Boosie, what happened in that car when they found that y'all lied? What was said in that car? See, he's smiling and laughing. He's smiling and laughing. You're communicating with each other, right? That's why the Texas music office is going to be put to death and go to jail in the industry, right? When you know Your artist lied and Trap Boy Fred and them lied, right? That got nothing to do with me. Every legislator in every industry just got a racial complaint. And he's laughing. He continued to laugh. He said, "Oh, the mayor lying on him. He got too much going on. What the mayor did him wrong, and all of that, right? You really think this is over? You really think because one black man and another black man in City Hall and dark black people in Dallas, guys, we are all equal. And I have my 14th Amendment. So this lying racist battle that hip hop is doing, ain't far from over, Boosie. Hey, if you want Joe Biden to speak up about it, ask him. But they only telling half of it. What if they expose you? What if they arrest you for lying? They already got evidence on you already. You think Trump was down here? He's laughing. What if Trump come and get you for conspiracy to lie and come up with MO3? They already got the evidence. They already know that you didn't have that blueprint, you and MO3. And they can start putting the videos together when you and MO3 say you was a liar and a criminal, right? Hey, Boosie, have you figured it out? Trump was down. He laughing. And he conspired to lie, and they keep doing it. And they keep doing it. And the president not doing nothing about you right now. But it's going to come a time when they're going to take care of you. And you're going to be locked away up for a long time. And you're not going to be able to lie on nobody ever again. I want him to know. God said, I'm going to make you and I an example, Boosie. I'm going to make you and Trap Boy Fred and the rest of it. I don't even have to say it. Check when Trump was down here. They talking about Trump. But who paying who to not speak about you? See, that's where the difference is. That Atlanta. Who you paying in that Atlanta DA office to keep their mouth closed about what you did and lied about you and all the rest of everybody that supports you? You see, that DA agent in Atlanta, just one person. And Joe Biden didn't meet with the Atlanta senators for nothing. You think Trump and them and Joe Biden actually had beef? I want you to write a video when Trump said, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was doing this for us. You really think Trump is going to go to jail? And you really think this war between Joe Biden and the political, y'all are liars and y'all are racism in hip hop. They're going to expose y'all racism. But as long as people get in the pockets, you trying to start gospel. So you think I'm gospeling. That's what it's all about when people don't have their facts together, right? But God said, I got my facts together. And he got his facts together. That flag got their flags together. Trust me, you're going to be put to death in Houston. No money can help you. No money can say, like Drake said, that nigga can't save your soul. God say, money can't save you. You lied. You lied, and Trump and them knows it. This was about Social Security. Same when y'all was going, I was calling the car center. It's going to add up. It's going to add up. And then the mayor, you really think, and he really think, God said, you really think just because of the mayor in the city hall that I don't have no way to win this? He really think that. I'm telling Boosie. We're going to put Vibe in this. We're going to put them on YouTube. You really think you gave yourself up when Gilly the Kid and them came down here and Young Thug and them came down? You gave yourself up. When Trump in the election, you gave yourself up. But you wanted the lie to come up as a black person, right? So they trying to ruin me. Location. I didn't even put that location on. What's up? We gotta watch things. My phone keeps tapping location. Hey, they gonna be in jail. Boosie gonna be put to death for traitor truth them. And a civil rights gonna talk about, what, not true. You wanna go against God and you act like you for God? I showed you some in that civil rights complaint. I bet you all of the Houston Rapids be put to death. Everybody that decide to be with Boosie and that lying stuff. Conspiracy to lie and come up. Hey, I got my 14th Amendment on civil rights against the state of Texas and every rapper in the industry. You see, I gave the state of Texas a chance, but I can't do this without Marvel and the different churches and other people let me know what our black people in hip-hop was going to do. The racism of lies. And y'all gonna want me to forgive y'all racism, right? They gonna want me to forgive. Boosie gonna want me to forgive his black racism, right? He gonna want me to forgive him, right? That's the difference between me and you. God said he can forgive, but my eyes are gonna be on your spirit. And God's eyes are gonna be on your spirit. And I'm gonna see you for what you truly are. A liar and a racist black man. And he's like, keep laughing and doing music. God said, keep clapping. I'm tagging the Justice Department. Keep clapping. Keep laughing and smiling with your niggas and doing all of this and lying with them to come up. God said, keep doing what you're doing. But don't speak about me, Boosie, and you have no honor. Now, let me tell you something. Judge Kennedy is going to be arrested, God said. And the DA will lose their badge. And I don't want to hear it. They're going to try to make up a lie. And I told the Justice Department, I told Joe Biden, the DA lying. Don't believe a damn thing. They're trying to get themselves out of the lies of what they did. And they're going to tell by video that the DA and Judge Kennedy played stupid. And they're going to look after I made my complaint and filed when I wanted $30 million from McDonald's and Browns for racism. They looked at me. They're going to be able to see the DA with racism with the mayor. They're going to be able to know. They're going to be able to catch on to the... You know, Ms. Brooks said something. She said something when I was in the jail. Wait till I find out. Wait till they find out that the mayor's been lying and racism of a black man. They still protecting him. They still protecting that black racist man, right? They are still protecting him, right? And the community gonna argue with me. Cause he black and he's high education, right? And God said, I'm gonna go somewhere else to get my degree. Right? Look at him lie. I have to turn on my location. Look at him keep lying. Boosie working, right? Boosie, God said I'm working too. Look at him lying. Look at him. Hey, God said they don't want to answer to me. They don't want to answer to me. And he said the devil on them. They don't want to answer to me. He said the devil on them. God is on you. How the devil could be on you when God is on you and he just smiling it out? You say you never been worried about another nigga, but God said, I know in your spirit that you worried. I see your spirit. You worried. That's why you working. You think it's something gonna happen. I'm just gonna go out there in the community and hang with conniving motherfuckers that don't have nothing. That's what you thinking, huh, Boosie? Then you talking about no trust. I told everybody on my, don't listen to that dude. Our family, we're gonna have our differences. Move around. When you get a solid foundation in this music industry, it can be a hotel, whatever you at. Plant your seed more. Don't worry about that dumb behavior. Right? Look at him lying. Look at him lying. Then you try to stop my movie career because you being racist and lying. How can you do that? Because you thought about your artists and what you think about, and everybody was selfish to come up. Right? Instead of smiling, instead of lying. But I had to make sure the enemy don't get away. I promise you, Houston, and every rapper that's involving themselves with you, Justice Department gonna put them to death and put you to death. I promise you that. I promise. Money can't save you. Now you took something. Then MO3 said, "What? He already know he did. He lied." But you willing to lose your job? You willing to lose your life because of one man lying? Him and his artist lying, and you willing to lose your life and willing to lose your career and risk your freedom because of one artist lying. That's sad, man. That you can't see his spirit. Step 15 feet away from him and see his spirit. Understand the conversation and see what he's about. Step 15 feet away from Boosie. That judge, even that judge, see what I'm about. Ask him about me. Step 15 feet. What if the judge asks him about me? And they stepping 15 feet away from him and they seeing his mindset. And they ask him about MO3, him and his lives in Atlanta. God said, what if the judge asks you 15 feet about you and MO3 lives in Atlanta, in Dallas, Texas? And watch your mind. You know what that judge gonna look at? The judge gonna look at your brain. He gonna see your intelligence, the way you think. He gonna watch your spirit when they ask the question, Boosie. And I hope they see what I see. A stone cold liar. And he using and manipulating people to do their dirty work. But they don't care, right? Because they don't believe, right? God said they keep on don't care. And every care they think, I'm going to show them whatever discipline them. I'm going to penalize them. I'm going to put them to death. We ain't taking no prisoners. God said enough is enough. And you're going to want to know why your bail get denied. I'm going to tell you, God going to tell you why your bond get denied. Donald Trump with those documents, you listening to Boosie? That's why your bond is going to get denied and you're going to be put to death. I want the people to know what God's going to say, what's going to be done in the church in the city. So I want y'all to have a good day. We're going to finish talking to people on my social media, Boosie, and let my getting that friendship together. Because like I've been doing in 2019 before y'all decided to lie. I'm trying to take care of my business and go to film directing school and go to LA. I really want to go because I took drama at Newman Smith High School. I was just not an artist. I took drama. I had a At 14 and 15-year-old at Newman Smith. I was on a football team, and I was just having a talk with my brother. When the coach told my brother and Kool-Aid and everybody at Newman Smith, let me show him, let me train him. I didn't know how to tackle that much a tackle quarterback on the football team, but he was like, Hubert, let me show him. And he showed me something, trust me. Let me show him at Newman Smith High School when Big Nick and my brother was playing. So let me actually just tell you something right now. I just want peace. This issue is about Social Security, but y'all wanted to call me dumb, and I had to give y'all some knowledge, right? And I want to tell people in Paris and London wanted to be on my team, and they can be on your line, shit, but I connected. He don't even know I've been connecting with people in New York and Chicago, and one thing they told me, Hubert, about my relationship, I couldn't understand about my relationship. When Nino Brown was in the guy on YouTube, he said something, and I'm like, hold up, it's not about that. Boosie and Yellow Breeze in Texas are lying and trying to ruin me in hip hop and lie. And people already let me know what they're about. Marvel already gave the guy that they racial profiling me, hip hop. They already told me that what black and Mexican and hip hop is doing. Look, I got the thing to be the mic, the power, and God got to be it, but I'm on a different mission. I understand what my friends in New York and Chicago on Live Me was telling me, and Bambi in New York. I understand it, but I was trying to tell them, like, hold up, we all need to learn this. I understand that, like, when people that can do, I understand that, but I didn't know the things. If I was to have Grizz or somebody, I didn't know the things that I know if it wouldn't be for them. So I understand what my friends offer live me from New York, Bambi and everybody. Not I'm gonna meet her, so $100. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, Zelle, she don't got Zelle. I got Chase, so Zelle, and she don't got that stuff, and we lost contact in New York. So talking to my peeps in New York and Chicago, and I'm on different platforms. You on Instagram and YouTube, and you doing shows, and y'all talking to each other. I have been with the fans, and I have been with the people off of Big Live. A guy said from California, he said Hubert, like I hope he built fences. And he said, I hope your dream come true. Everybody from off of Big Live and some of the people off of Instagram, like say, Hubert, I hope your dream come true. And this is the people I communicate, but I understand what my people from Chicago and New York was telling me. Everybody, and we talked about the spiritual side. So I understand the connection and about people, like I'm getting at what they talking about, but I was trying to make them see, like, everybody gotta learn, okay? Like, and I just wanted them to understand. But me and people in Chicago and us off of Live Me, we did come to a understanding. And off of different apps, I've been networking, so it's like that. These bonds that I'm growing for, I understand that. So I'm not quite. I understand those bonds. Right now, what's going on right now? Everybody's in the mix right now, and it's hard since Boosie and Yellow Breeze and Trap. Everybody got a motive, and I have to keep my distance from everybody. I'm not waiting on no. You think I'm waiting on them? I just don't want to be with no women that listen to everybody. I rather focus on myself, and when I get on the movie set or something, I'll get on LA Film Production, and I see that chemistry. Yes, and I see that chemistry, and we all trying to learn and do stuff, and I see that chemistry. That can be something, and I can get that chemistry. So That is the thing when I can get that chemistry. So I don't like if I stay focused, I might meet somebody on a set, a LA film production, and go to when I go there. But Dallas is got a hold. Governor Abbott, no, he's putting a hold on me, and until I can, that's why I had to take more legal action because of his misconduct of knowing about it. Him and the state of Texas senators already know, so that's why I had to file a civil rights complaint. Why they give to that liar, Yellow Breeze in them, the politics. So I had to take further action, and they forced me. And Miss Brooks taunting and laughing, so I got her for taunting. I didn't lie. You lucky her camera wasn't right there to see when you was doing it. She lucky her camera wasn't right there to see her facial expression. I told the Justice Department I don't trust her. And I told the Civil Rights I don't trust her. So, you know, things right now, we going through something at this moment right now, But things are going on too much where I tell everybody here, and this is for Boosie, every woman that I meet and everybody I chill with, we gonna have that disagreement, right? But I want them to understand, like, let's grow that bond before we get out. That bond, our bond is gonna be grow before I venture out with anybody, because Boosie is on, and I'm communicating with y'all, right? And everybody I'm communicating with, and I'm growing that bond with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's more important than Boosie lies and the rest of them. And that bond that we having with each other is going to connect. And sometime it might take next year. And the more they want to lie, the more we going to stay still and we going to enjoy ourselves, right? The more Texas lie to God, right? In the industry, and Boosie lie to God, right? The more we going to sit still, right? The more we just going to stand our ground, right, guys? Whoever believe in that American flag, right? We're gonna stand our ground where hip hop and Boosie and Yellow Breeze and Dallas and Houston line, right? And the Mary Johnson line, right? So we just gonna stand our ground. God says stand your ground. Hey, it might take next year. It depends if line hip hop and the mayor willing to stand his ground. Racism with the black mayor. And let me tell you, I think Boosie think just because they posting documents of Michael X and everybody having disagreement about religions and disputes, he really think that's gonna stop and people gonna go against it. God said each problem demand attention in different ways. He said each problem demand attention, but don't think just because there's stuff going on with Malcolm X and all the rest of them that you can just get away and a fight could be started. With the different point of views. God told me, and I'm going to tell the civil rights, don't just think because I'm talking about different topics and I'm talking situation going on with Malcolm X, God said you can just get away with your lies. That ain't going to happen, dog. That ain't going to, God said it, that American flag said it ain't going to happen, Boosie. And I'm a snitch, you better go ask Joe Biden if I'm a snitch. And ask Obama going to tell you no. And God is listening to him from the heavens. So what that is, I told him to reach out to. I told nobody. I even told Obama. I messaged Obama and Michelle Obama and let them know that you was gonna reach out. That you was gonna get with Jeezy. Jeezy was gonna get with Jay Z and Beyonce, and Jay Z and Beyonce was gonna reach out to Michelle Obama. Hey, I'm not lying. That got nothing to do with me. You was gonna be caught anyway. That's not you. You was already entrapped. Pay attention, Boosie. When Trump was down here, and you and Gilly the Kid was acting up the same way. Pay attention. They're not caught, right? That don't got nothing to do with me. I told the nation God is disappointed in them. Every legislator, God is disappointed. The senators supposed to know this world, and they don't know it. Their action, if they wouldn't have did that mall, I'm not looking at it in a bad way. If they wouldn't have did that mall situation, if they wouldn't have been in the Galleria Mall, I'm not looking at it in a bad way. If they wouldn't have been in the Galleria Mall, I gotta not look at it in a bad way. If they wouldn't have not been in the Galleria Mall, they wouldn't have caught you. They wouldn't have caught all of y'all and y'all deception shit to come up. Hey, but I want, they still want, you see, they're gonna get in trouble for dragging it on after they knowing about it. And the DA playing stupid. And they got the caseworker, they got the IPS. That's a very clever little slick little situation you played. When you got the IPS worker to dig their nose into your lies and you know Yellow Breeze in them lie. I got you on one count of not addressing it, not convicting him and giving him more time for messing with his social security to agitate, conspire, and intimidate with racists in there. I got you for not addressing it with Yellow Breezy. And they just smiling and living it up. God say, oh, God say, they just smiling, living it up. Yellow Breezy this. Oh, man, but God said, if anything happened to me, man, Yellow Breezy got a nice thing. And they going to try to think because they love him. God said, I love my children too. Boosie said, oh, because people love him. God said, they love me too. Michael Jackson got killed because he was working with a thing. Let me tell you why he got killed, because he believed in something. When they say he one of us, he believe in God. And there can be anybody that believe in God. That can be the black pot. There can be anybody that was with him. What's the problem is? I don't think, let me tell you something. I told John F. Kennedy, when Martin Luther King's wife bind John F. Kennedy, called John F. Kennedy to get him bonded out, right? John F. Kennedy should have took down the FBI as a president. He should have shut everything down. And I think a lack of not seeing the situation, it caused a problem with his own government. So not seeing it. I think if John, and I think people probably was in John F. Kennedy ear telling them, you know how manipulation have your councilman when people telling you. So I think John F. Kennedy didn't attack the situation more. And I think he didn't do that. And I looked at the parade, man. You supposed to have your nation with you. Is in that crowd. I don't think they protected John F. Kennedy. There are empty spots in there. It was too empty. The spots, certain parts in that video with John F. Kennedy, nobody hardly was in there. You're a president. You supposed to have National Guard, Army sitting on the side, buildings, everybody. So I don't think they protect them enough. And I think John F. Kennedy, when John F. Kennedy should have known to shut the FBI down and restructure it. And I don't think he did that, and that cost him. That cost him. So that played that probably when John F. Kennedy got shot, that probably played in the part of him battling Martin Luther King, getting Martin Luther King out. So you don't understand that situation. But when the FBI did that, John F. Kennedy should have known that I'm gonna have to take care of the FBI. And I don't think that was actually going on in that format. And that caused John F. Kennedy by not taking care of the FBI and putting them in jail. When you hit racism, you got to put them in jail for in a long time, for they don't see the daylight. And I think now, it got to be a 9-year sentence because they're gonna be a threat. It doesn't matter what they did; they're gonna be a threat always. So you got to make sure they're not in there for a long time. So you got to make sure they've been put in jail for a long time. And you might have to give racism life to stop it. And I'm just saying my opinion. What you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to put them away for a long time. That is a crime. Racism is a crime. That's life in prison. And I think that's what you're gonna have to start doing in order to create change. And I'm just saying you don't have to agree with me. But I'm just giving it out there to order to create change. You're going to have to put racism in jail for life. That's the only thing that we're going to have to make change in America. That's the only way we're going to see different. You just can't give them 20, 30 years in a ticket. God said that's the only way things not going to happen. God knew when God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood, God knew the non-believers was going to be amongst the believers. So he took it. And they was going to try to stop him. So it's the different thing. But you're going to have to put racism in jail for life. And you're going to just have to have a bigger jail if that's even possible. For racism jail. That didn't actually commit a killing. You're going to have to do that. To have to understand what's going on here. You're going to have to understand it. That's the only way you're going to attack it. People, this doesn't mean I'm telling you, man, athlete, they're going to actually listen to me, okay? I'm not. So take it to heed, okay? We just talking. And it's coming up with stuff. That's all we doing, okay? We just talking. But my suggestion, in order to take care of the problem, you gotta have to make sure people don't see the daylight. That's the only way you're gonna make change. That's the only way. That is that is a crime. You're gonna have to start putting that as a crime. That's the only way. You're not gonna be able to give people a ticket and let them have 5 or 10 years in jail. That's what you're not gonna be able to do. God said, if you want to have change, you're gonna have to lock away and throw away the key. That's the only way that you want to make change in America. Things gonna keep repeating itself until you do. And that's just the way things is. And I'm just, that mean I'm actually telling you this. You're gonna listen, and government gonna actually, people gonna actually listen to what I'm just giving my opinion on the situation, how I see the different point of views. So, guys, so you know, maybe I'm looking at the intimidation thing wrong. What happened today at that thing? But I just can't understand those things until business taken care of. I just can't get along with people until business taken care of, until my house is good. And I don't have to actually be in the studio with somebody to get the job done. I didn't record many times without being in the studio with somebody and house things. So that's not the problem. When trust is not there. That's not the problem. We don't have to be in the studio. Hmm. 10 killed boyfriend friend. Hmm. It's probably more to that situation anyway. Never the right way. You gotta realize something. Sometimes in situations, the police are the DA always analyzing something different, and it not. It's always hey, come on. They like this in Malcolm X or this and that. One person, oh, it was a different personality. I see Malcolm X taking a picture, and everybody sitting there and everybody thinking. Nobody know what's going through another person's head just because they thinking. And I think Malcolm X didn't see the spirit moving. Didn't see the spirit moving. By the time Malcolm X got out the car, he needed to recognize something between everybody. The facial expression with the different everybody. Just because somebody walking with you doesn't mean they with you. You gotta understand those things. They can blend in. Okay? They can blend in. And I think John F. Kennedy needed to know that. Malcolm X needed to know that.